over half the land in the United States of America, which is able to grow crops, they are paying the farmers not to grow anything. They will go to the farmers and say, oh, you have 10,000 acres of land and you make $500,000 profit every year from your crops. We will give you $500,000 if you do not grow anything. Just let your ground be bare. And of course, who would not take such a proposition? That means no work. You can make the same amount of money and do no work. So there are tens and thousands of such farmers getting paid like this to do nothing. And then the beautiful, bountiful surface of this earth, which is meant to grow so much food grains, is simply left idle. Why? For what purpose? To make more money. The rich get richer, the poor get poorer. Greed. There's no shortage of food. The shortage is of compassion, of mercy. Also, you remember when Ethiopia had its drought. You remember like this?
Yeah.
Anyways, what happened is they were appealing to the wealthy nations of the world. Please help. We're starving. My God. So what happened is these big corporations in America, I know. I don't know the rest of the world how you have contributed, but since I am from this land, I will give this example. They were sending tens and thousands, hundreds of thousands of dollars worth of food, saying, oh, we are very benevolent. We really care for the suffering of humanity. But actually, what they sent was simply the surplus that they would have thrown in the ocean ordinarily. And they did it as a tax write-off. They got tax write-off. They would have thrown it out anyway. They wouldn't have sold it because, law of supply and demand, it's an economic principle. If the more supply there is, the less demand and the price goes down. So better to keep things in warehouses and spend millions of dollars a year just to store it than to give it away, because then the price goes down. So the surplus food that they would have never sold anyway, they sent, and they used it as a tax write-off simply so they made more money. And then the food made it to the docks, but nobody would spend 1 penny to buy a truck to bring it to the starving people. This is a fact, something that very few people know. But I know one person, Dick Gregory, a friend of mine, he used to go there, and he was telling me the whole situation. He said that there's all this food sitting at the docks, all the starving people are hundreds, thousands of miles inland, and nothing is reaching them. And these big rich people who are sending the money, sending the food simply as a tax write-off, they don't care if the food ever reaches the people. They just want their tax write-off. They'd have to spend extra money out of their own pockets to buy the trucks. So the trucks they don't want. So all the food that was sent was just sitting there spoiling and never reached the people. So the problem in this world is not a lack of food. It's not a lack of technology. It is a lack of compassion, lack of mercy, lack of love.